What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Today we are taking a look at a really cool knife from my buddy Shane at Takcom and Tac Knives. This is his first production folder, his first production design, and you know, it's really killer. So if you don't know, if you haven't purchased from Takcom, he does have two different lines. You know, he has the Tac Knives brand, and they are the more budget-friendly line of things, and then he has the Taccom, which is the more premium side. The Taccom, most all of his knives will come in a case like this, especially the OTS, but the Taccom will always come in a nice little hard case. I've got the knife out already because I'm actually carrying it today, but this is the Unnamed from Taccom. That name comes from Vu. Just kind of stuck. You know, they were talking about it for a while. You know, this knife has been kind of a brainchild of Shane's for about 2 years. He's been working on this design, and you know, it was one of the first things him and I really talked about at Blade Show 2023, Blade Show Atlanta 2023, and you know, he had one of his very early prototypes there, and we spent a lot of time talking about this knife then, and that's kind of where our friendship started, I guess you can say. But yeah, let's jump right into this thing. It's got some really cool lasering on the titanium here. So this is a Bestech OEM knife, but you can see here we are looking at a titanium scale with a laser texturing. So it's not a micro mill, it's an actual laser textured. So it gives a really interesting feel to these scales. Really nice button placement here. You can see that texturing does go all the way through the scales. T8 hardware with a T10 pivot. You do have a really nice titanium backspacer. Really functional, very, very, very nice pocket clip. This pocket clip is very well done. I have gotten to carry this knife a little bit, and we're actually heading out of town today, and I wanted to get this video done before I went out of town so I can actually get it posted up. So these knives are going on sale on the 9th of October, so not too far down the road here, but they're actually going to be available at Blade Show at his booth number 429. So you can pick those up. I believe Vu is working the booth as well with him there at Blade Show, so make sure you go check those guys out if you're checking that out this weekend. And we're taking a look at the grind here. The blade grind looks really nice. Of course, you wouldn't expect anything less from Bestech. And the blade itself, this is a really funky clip point, modified clip point, whatever you want to call this thing. Really crazy blade design. Really nice blade window there. Gives you lots of opportunity to get your finger in and adjust that pivot strength. So if you come down here, it's going to be a little lighter. Up here, it's going to be a little heavier. Then you have swedged with jimping right there, and then you got your thumb ramp. The jimping is extremely functional, very well done jimping. Let's go ahead and take a look at our tip here. Of course, the tip is spot on, perfectly center, no issues there. Plunge grind is a little late, but you do still have plenty of room there. You probably got, you know, several sharpenings before you're going to start seeing a smile. You can see that blade thickness slowly ramps up there, but your plunge grind does come into about right here is where it ends. So you do still have plenty of sharpening. It's just that is a little later than what you have seen before. It is a standard plunge lock, plunge style button lock. Perfectly centered, no issues whatsoever there. Just a fantastically done knife. Design wise, it's phenomenal. This handle is, I mean, anytime you get a really nice curved handle like this, it's very, you know, a very neutral handle shape. It just fits in the hand extremely well. You got a nice grip there. You do have a little choke up point here where you can come up higher on the grip if you want to. But for me, this grip is just perfect. The thumb ramp here gives you a lot of grip. If you do want to come in, you do have your jimping up here for your pinch grip. And then choked up here, you can come in and get up on that choke up spot there as well. Fantastic job there. Detent out of the box was really, detent, you know, blade retention on the plunge lock out of the box has been phenomenal. The knife is, I mean, it's really, really, really well done. The design is just extremely well thought out. It is a MagnaCut blade, again, with titanium. These guys are going to be running $269 retail cost on the website. I'm not sure what they'll run at the show, but if you pick one up at the show, you'll be getting them ahead of the pack. But really, really great value for what you're looking at. You guys know Bestech OEM work is typically on the high end of getting OEM work done. So being able to see that for that sub $300 price point and getting that massive chunk of MagnaCut with these fairly large titanium scales, it is a really, really good price on that. I was very pleasantly surprised to see that pricing. I do have my pivot tuned on this one to be pretty tight. It was a little looser out of the box, but I've got it tuned to where, like I said, it's a little tighter, just how I prefer it. As button locks go, it's pretty daggum good. Now it does have some bounce out. If you do have the lighter pivot or the looser pivot, you will get some bounce out, and that is just because that is a fairly larger, fairly heavy blade. So of course, with button lock, sometimes you do get some bounce out with that. But with the proper button timing, you guys can see it's really not that hard to get it set up right. Really great acoustics on it as well. Just really cool acoustics. Really got nothing bad to say about this knife. I told Shane from the get-go, I was like, this is something that needs to hit production and needs to hit production quickly. Yeah, I knew this knife would be a game, just an absolute winner. You're looking at just a hair over a 3-inch cutting edge. Looking at almost 3.5-inch blade, right at 8-inch overall knife. I'm going to take it off camera here and put it on the scale. We're looking at right at 5 ounces, 4.9 ounces. So again, not a super duper light knife, but for what you're getting, this checks off all the boxes. It is not a heavy knife, but you're looking at a very full-sized EDC blade. Absolutely wicked sharp right out of the box. I mean, it's Bestech. Again, you guys know that these guys don't play around when it comes to doing OEM work. And then, the QC checks done by Shane there. Just fantastic stuff all around. So make sure you check them out. Like I said, they are releasing on October the 9th, $269. And then, like I said, you can check them out at Blade Show this weekend. I think the Blade Show is the 4th and the 5th, or the 4th, 5th, and 6th, something like that. Blade Show West. So make sure you're checking that out if you are in Blade Show. Booth number 429. Go say hello to Uncle Vu up there and Shane, and let them know I sent you. Other than that, guys, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Definitely want to pick up this knife. If it's something you can swing financially, you want to buy this knife. Do not miss out on this. I said he does have plenty of these to go around. At this time anyway, he might sell the heck out of them at Blade Show. You never know. But the official drop on the website is October 9th. There's not a set time, so just be on the lookout for that. Check his social media. All that stuff will be linked down below. And then just follow him on there, and I'm sure he will make an announcement as to when it is dropping. I will also be in touch with him to make sure he lets me know when they're going to drop, and I'll make announcements on Instagram and Facebook. So if you guys follow both of us, you're about guaranteed to be able to see it. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. As always, please remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Take care.